Malchaamah. We are the brothers of the Great Millstone Branch here in Chicago. And first and foremost, we'd like to give all praises, honor, and glory to
Yahweh,
double honors to the apostles, double honors to the elder bishops. Salutations to all our fellow laborers out there doing this work in truth and sincerity, risking their lives and their freedom to do so. Now more so than ever, the would-be judges, the 144,000 in the tabernacle of David, ordained to be the ruling class people, the ruling class government, the ruling race over all other nations, all other people here on the face of the earth. Upon the return of who the world fraudulently and falsely calls JC. His name is Yahweh. Always was, always will be. Right? And to the rest of the scattered elect that are scattered around all corners of the earth, all the heathen nations that have the appearance of the heathen nations. This is not a black-only thing. And to the few Wakwaf that are listening and learning, to you we say shalom. Like somebody get that Jeremiah 28:8 first.
Jeremiah 28:8. The prophets that have been before me and before thee of old prophesied both against many countries and against great kingdoms of war and of evil and of pestilence.
And that's the message that's in the Bible. War, evil, and pestilence. And they tell you in the church is love, 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 love. And that's not true. That's not balanced. The Lord is balanced. You can't have cold without hot. You can't have good without bad. You can't have up without down. You can't have left without right. So you can't have love without hate. And in Ecclesiastes it tells you it's a time to love and a time to hate. And right now, you're in a time of hate because the Lord is returning to destroy those who destroyed his people. And that's basically the whole story of the Bible. From the opening until now, we could just shut it down. Okay? That's what it is. The Lord is sending his, and he always sends his prophets last, his prophets first, to give a message before the destruction comes. Right? We can't tighten this thing up, yeah. Because the wind blowing it. Can we tighten it up?
Yeah.
Ecclesiastes 3:1. To everything there is a season, and a time to every purpose under the sun.
Amen.
A time to be born, and a time to die. A time to plant, and a time to pluck up that was planted. A time to kill, and a time to heal. A time to break down, and a time to build up.
Stop right there. See, that's also how you know that according to the Holy Scriptures, that killing is actually not the same as murder.
I got it. Yeah, it's fucked up right now.
There's a time to kill.
Is it on?
He did not say there's a time to murder. Matter of fact, he said, "Thou shalt not commit murder." Okay, he didn't say kill. In the English they'll say kill, but it actually says thou shalt not commit murder.
Yeah.
Here he says it's a time to love and it's a time to kill. Okay.
You read it's backing up the elder because he said in the English when you read, like how we say the prayers when we recite the 10 Commandments, thou shalt not murder in the Hebrew is authority, which is murder in Hebrew. And so it's not kill. Kill is a totally different word.
Right, because when someone is killed, it's referred to something that was justified. All right?
Like adultery.
You know? Or Moism. You know, the whole Leviticus 20 and 13, which is the thumbnail of this video. Canada has made it illegal to even read that scripture now. Okay? Yes, it's illegal to read Leviticus, the 13th chapter in Canada. So they're coming against the word, you know. Yeah. They're coming, right. Everything got to start somewhere. But they're coming against the word. They're coming against the truth. And that's one of the ways that they're doing it. All right? But we're gonna talk about, I'm gonna read you this information that I just got received, because we're at the end of things. And you know, and the time for the Israelites to rule. And it's so-called black
through.
people, are not Africans. Okay?
Yeah.
You got a lot of Afrocentric stuff going on around here. And people talking about African this and African that. All right? All right, brother. All well, brother.
So I'm getting calm. I'm getting calm about law.
Hey, how y'all doing?
All right, brother. Don't get caught by
No, you're
the
fine.
law.
You're fine.
Don't let them catch you, Stone. All won't be well. The law get you, brother.
That's why he lumped up now.
You need a cleansing, bro.
Yeah, he actually will probably be better, right?
OG call.
He won't be eating pork no more.
Yeah, he ain't gonna eat the hoes ain't gonna let him eat that.
They gonna get that brother. They gonna get that brother a kufi.
They stand on that. They be standing on that.
No, you're fine.
Nice,
You're
Lord.
fine.
They be standing
You're
on
fine.
that.
You can go through. You're fine. Absolutely.
They
Absolutely.
gonna put together, bro. Them old ass lords in the boat. So they say they'll put him on his team. And I was a shorty going in and out. I thought that shit was deep. I thought it was deep, but I was a shorty. That nigga solid. Eat the salami sandwich like a motherfucker. This brother, that's solid. I gotta stop fucking with this. You know?
Pop the shot. Right there, that corner. What I actually wanted is in that phone. I didn't transfer it over. Damn it.
Can they pull it up right quick?
Can't.
Oh,
Can't. Because we live. Basically, it was a breakdown explaining how this is how you know that Esau knows who he is. Because it's a breakdown.
Yeah, you're fine.
I'll
You're
do a
good.
lesson
Go
on
ahead.
it.
You're fine.
I'll do a lesson on it. Don't worry about it.
Con.
They want to walk past, go around, that's left.
Okay, con.
Now, basically, it was a breakdown, and I'll go into a lesson. And they came from a book that was written by Edomite scholars, and it was a whole breakdown of how Edom clearly know who they are. That they know that Edom became Rome, and that Rome eventually became Europe, and that America came out of that. They know that those are Edomite kingdoms, right? And that's basically what the whole breakdown was about. And then, of course, it went more into detail with dates and times and things like that. But nevertheless, they're very well aware of who the Edomites are. Okay? The same way that these rabbis, what's his name, that Edomite, Rich Tidwell, that wants to be Japheth so bad, or wants to be an Israelite so bad, and want to, they bring that confusion like it's two sets of white people. You got Japhetic white people, and then you got Edomite white. No. All so-called white people outside of those whose forefathers go back to us are Edomites. Okay? And the problem is that the Bible identifies Edom as the ruling class people upon the end. Okay? Right, somebody should get it. Matter of fact, please, that's in that page. But the Edomites will be ruling the earth upon the return of the Lord, man. You can't get around that, man. I'm really mad at myself that I didn't transfer that information over. And I'll get to it later, Lord. But, like I said, in that information, it gave a very detailed breakdown of how the Edomites, became Greeks, became Romans, became Europe, and then that America came out of Europe, and that those are Edomite nations. And between America and Europe, those are your rulers of this current evil, wicked system. As Brother Yaki always said, this current evil, wicked system. All right? This system is not being ruled by brown people. Okay? Brown people aren't in rulership in the world. Pale people are. Okay, which is why the world is mourning. And they can't have that particular one right there. Okay? But the point being is that they are the ruling class people, man. Okay? And it is as simple as that. If somebody can get that Isaiah 63, this is good page too.
This is Isaiah 63:1. Who is this that cometh from Edom with dyed garments from Basra? This that is glorious in his apparel.
And Basra is every place where he lives.
That's right.
That's the stronghold of Basra. Every place where they are.
That's right.
Okay, read.
This that is glorious in his apparel, traveling in the greatness of his strength. I that speak in righteousness, mighty to save.
Keep going.
Verse 2. Wherefore art thou red in thine apparel, and thy garments like unto him that treadeth in the wine fat?
So it's a parable, all right? And anyone who's ever seen, if you don't know how wine is made, click on the video and watch it.
Right.
It's a very violent act if you're a grape, all right? Yeah, if you're a grape, you get thrown in the vat with a whole bunch of grapes and then your guts get stomped out, all right? So imagine, you know, you've seen Attack on Titan. So imagine a whole giant throwing you into a barrel and just stomping you, all right? Until you just mush and all your juices are mixed together. You can't tell one from another. It's really a violent thing if you can picture it, okay? So the Lord is using it as an
Analogy.
to explain how violent his second coming is going to be. And he's specifically calling out the nation of Edom. All right, read.
Isaiah 63:3. I have trodden the winepress alone, and of the people there was none with me. For I will tread them in mine anger, and trample them in my fury. And their blood shall be sprinkled upon my garments, and I will stain all my raiment. For the day of vengeance is in mine heart.
So why is vengeance in his heart? All right, and I'll tell you why. Because of the controversy of Zion.
I got it right here.
You got these people running around claiming to be Zion, and they're not. You got people that are claiming to be the people of the Lord, and they're not. And we're not the only ones, you know, informing the world of that. Esau's informing the world of that. You got Edomites pushing the fact that they're Esau just as much as we are. Okay? So the so-called white man is Esau Edom. That's written in the Bible. They are the ruling class people. As the Bible said, they will be ruling in the end of days. We're in the end of days, and they're definitely ruling.
I got it.
Go ahead.
I'm following that. I'm going to start at 3 though. This Isaiah 34 and verse 3. It says, their slain also shall be cast out, and their stink shall come up out of their carcasses, and the mountain shall be melted with blood, their blood, going back into the bricks being smashed. It said, and all the hosts of heaven shall be dissolved, and the heaven shall be rolled together as a scroll.
So that's talking about, you know, nuclear destruction. That is actually going to be a part of the end. All right, when you see that mushroom roll, that cloud that rolls up, it's like a scroll being unrolled. Okay, read.
It says, and all their hosts shall fall down as the leaf falling from the vine, as falling a fig from the fig tree.
Right. So you see when you watching the different movies, they show you how when these certain bombs and things go off. All right.
Hold that spot right there for Pops.
They
Call
everything
Pops.
just
Tell him
falls
it's a
down.
spot right here.
Alright. It says, for my sword shall be bathed in heaven. Behold, it shall come down upon Idumea and upon the people of my curse to judgment. The sword of Yahweh is filled with blood. It is made fat with fatness, and with the bloods of lambs and goats, with the fat of kidneys of rams. For Yahweh required a sacrifice in Basra.
So the way that the Lord gets descriptive with his destruction of the Edomites, he doesn't get that descriptive with any other nation.
Yeah.
He doesn't talk about coming down upon Japheth. All right? Japheth it really doesn't play a major role in the end days. They're not in power, and they're not the threat. All right? The Bible tells you, the Torah tells you, whatever you want to call it, that Edom would be in rulership upon the second coming. That Edom would be in the Holy Land upon the second coming.
That's right.
That's right.
Right? And claiming to be the people of the Lord.
That's right.
All right? Read.
It says, and a great slaughter in the land of Idumea, and the unicorn shall come down with them, and the bullocks with the bulls, and their land shall be soaked with blood, and their dust made fat with fatness, for It is the day of Yahweh's vengeance and the year of recompenses for the controversy of Zion.
Yeah, Shema.
Yeah, it says, and the year of recompenses for the controversy of Zion. So this is all to show you,
Yeah,
to
Shema.
prove who the Lord is, who his people is, what his reputation is. Because just like in the time of Pharaoh, the Lord has come to be made known on the earth. The name Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahweh Shai is to be feared once again upon the planet of the earth, man. You know, once upon a time when they heard about the Israelites and the God of the Israelites, the God of the real Israelites, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, and your seed has been scattered abroad. But the God of his people in this Bible, they were one shook. They went fearful. He showed them that in the mummy. Even though they used that star of Moloch, you know, it was symbolic. He said the language of the Jews, and he ran his ass away because of the great miracles which the Lord did in Egypt. And he's going to come do that once again, but the new Pharaoh that's going to be ruling when the Lord comes back is the so-called white man.
Who is Edom.
And that's why he says that when he compares the two in Romans, when he talked about Esau, he hardened his heart like he hardened the Pharaoh's heart, man.
That's right.
Esau will be ruling, going against Jacob. And look, a man once told me, and this nigga was in the world, you know, how it started is how it's going to end. And he was talking about some fuzzy. But it's true with the truth. How it started is how it's going to go down, man. It's all about Esau and Jacob.
Yeah, and I had some clown on my comment board that I had to correct. You know, it's rare that somebody really pissed me off if I have to do a video and correct it. But I did. Because this dumb ass needs to be corrected.
He had it coming.
And you know, and actually, I actually hope that the brother get it. You know, because we correct harshly, you know, but I hope that he gets it. Because, you know, because what we find is that correct, you know, when you come with harsh and correct punishment for real men, it straightens them up.
That's right.
That's right.
Only bitch made niggas, you know, get worse or act up, continue to act up.
Yeah.
A real man to straighten up and, you know, and do better. Real talk. Okay, just saying.
Good.
Right. When you for real about it, you know, you get cut. You gonna want to, if you honest about it, you gonna want to do better. Once somebody proves that something you believe or a breakdown that you thought was one thing, and they show you, brother, it's not that, and then they prove it and back it up, and they prove it and they back it up with and they back it up with scripture. Who are you to continue to? Why would you continue to argue with him?
You're fine.
He just proved you wrong, man.
Yeah.
All right, and see that a real man can actually admit when he's wrong, you know? It's like, look, I was wrong. That's right. I give you a perfect example. Every morning, all right, I get up and I feed my dog. All right? Usually, my woman, she comes in the evening, she gets there before me, she feeds him in the evening. I feed him in the morning, she feeds him in the evening. All right? So today, she gets up before me, and I heard her, and I fell back to sleep. All right? I thought she was just letting him out to go to the bathroom.
Right.
She actually fed me. So I got up and went on my. I got up to do what I always do. I get up. I always go feed the turtles first, right? Because I forget about them. So I go feed them and then I feed the dogs. So I did just that. She comes out of the shower and said, "Did you feed the dog?" And I was like, "Yeah, I fed the dog. I already fed them." And I'm like, "What?" She didn't say, right. I'm like, well, you shouldn't. How am I supposed to know?
Right. We got our
She
routine.
said, well, I thought you heard me. I said, I was asleep. I said, since when did you start feeding them in the morning?
Right.
So the thing is that she couldn't admit that she was wrong. But then we both wrong.
Nigga woman logic.
Even my grandson said, he said, well, Papa always feed him. Right, because even he was like, oh no, Grandma. So I told him to be quiet. I said, we'll let her have it. Let her have it. And some men are like that.
Yeah.
You know, instead of, you know, we wrong, we both wrong, you know, or whatever.
Yeah.
And that's exactly what, she couldn't accept it. And I'm like,
I just let him have it.
Yeah.
That's what I did.
Yeah, let him have it.
Well, her compromise was, well, then we both wrong. So I'm like, all right, whatever.
Whatever makes you happy.
Yeah, right. If you want to, that'll make you sleep better than
feel
I.
better, yeah.
You know, that's
Okay.
All right? Bring it out, brother.
This Proverbs 15:10. Correction is grievous unto him that hath forsaken the way, and he that hateth reproof shall die.
Yeah, and so that was one of them guys from ISUPK. He was offended by the lesson that we did about Private Cesariak and how he got cut by Sarnetta. How you gonna get cut by Sarnetta?
Because the Lord ain't dealing with him.
That exactly.
Hey, real quick.
Exactly. How you gonna get caught by an ex-Pan-African dude? All right.
Exactly.
Who realize he see that there's no money in that, there's no truth in that. It's been debunked. There's too many holes in that doctrine.
All the women
All
fat
right.
that's into it can't get no
Okay.
good women.
So now, and the only way they can make any money is they mention in Hebrew. Now that's how that they get their podcasts and all they stuff. They gotta bring up the Hebrew.
Yeah.
All right.
That blacks being
And how you
black.
gonna right? So how you gonna let that guy know the Bible better than you? All right? Because they ain't really teaching them nothing. You know, the mark of the beast is laying with white women.
That's folly, bro.
You know?
So I'm buying and selling with a white hoe I'm sleeping with.
Exactly.
I just need some answers to that one.
So deep with somebody else, I get it free.
Right.
Right.
So you mean right? So I can just go get with white girls. I don't have to pay for these girls.
Right,
Is
right.
that what you saying?
Right. Right.
Right.
Walmart if he took it over. This how he got caught by that stupid ass Pan-African. Right here, because the Lord ain't dealing with him. This is St. Luke 21:14. It says, settle it therefore in your hearts, not to meditate before what ye shall answer. For I will give you a mouth and wisdom, which all your adversaries shall not be able to gainsay nor resist. So the Lord give his prophets a mouth of wisdom, man, that they will not be able to gainsay nor resist. Because plenty of rabbis that came to us and got shut down. Plenty Muslims, plenty Pan-Africanism. Plenty of the dumbass Israelites who follow shit like Captain Kazariak that came right here on this line and got shut down.
Right.
Yeah, he is a private. He
Yeah.
definitely a foot soldier.
He ain't no captain.
He ain't even a pro. He like a putty. Like on Power Rangers, little niggas that's in the back. Power Rangers flipping, hitting switch kicks on, doing all types of shit. These niggas just in the background. These niggas just hit all types of kicks, roundhouse, elbows, the Power Rangers beat the shit out there. Oh, they just around here. Rita sitting out on her little goon with the putty. Yeah, that nigga's a putty, man.
Oh man. Well, that sounds about right.
He definitely ain't a captain though. You right. Jake got some snow right there. He must got the MOTV. Hey. Yeah.
But nevertheless, you know,
Look at this old Jake trying to dirty Mac.
Esau Edom,
Look at Jake trying to dirty Mac. Rasta man.
Esau pushing out that garbage, man, and a lot of people falling for it, and including some of the things that ISUPK. But nevertheless, you got to understand, one of the things that he said was that he talked about only time we can get with the heathen women is in times of war. And I'm like, do you see how many of your people are dying every day? I'm like, listen to me.
Attack on him, especially a black nigga.
We still at war with Esau Edom. If you cannot see that, you can only do that in times of war, brother.
That's folly, bro.
We at war.
And that's still folly.
They still hanging your people.
Right.
They still sending your people to jail for stuff they let their own people go walk free from.
Yep.
All right? They gotta, yeah, exactly. What do you mean?
Niggas still locked up on weed and weed legal.
Exodus said we will have, the Lord said he had
Oh, you guys
we
are
will have
fine.
war with Amalek from generation to generation.
Right.
Yeah.
All right, from generation to generation, that war never stopped.
Right.
Okay? Just because it's not, you know, it ain't a big ass open field, and Esau on one side with sticks and Jacob on the other side with sticks, and they were all running and meeting in the middle. It ain't, yeah, just because it ain't no war like that, you know. Yeah, because if we actually warred that way, we beat them.
Yeah.
Even if they outnumbered us,
10 times out of 10.
we still would beat them.
Yeah,
Yeah.
prove that.
Okay, so it's not that type of war, man. They warred through the skies, through the food, through the water, through the court systems. All right, and they send their race soldiers on. You know, they which is the law enforcement. Okay, majority of law enforcement in America, especially the pale ones, they're affiliated with like KKK and all sort of right nationalist type stuff, man.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
All right,
Nasi just did an interview on it.
that song was real popular in the 90s, man. And you know, it's still ringing true when he say some of them that run forces are the same that burn crosses.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Exactly.
My old man, that dude. You seen that interview?
Yeah, that interview.
Yeah. I was gonna bring that up. No,
Yeah,
no,
The white dude, he was just like, yeah, man, they basically
He's a former neo-Nazi.
neo-Nazi. And he was like, no, yeah, we're all cops, we're all politicians, heads of education,
Yes.
all right, doctors, okay, OBGYNs, okay. They take on these different professions to destroy you, Jakes.
To destroy you. Okay, you understand? So that ISUPK, and then they got 501c3 charters. So they're in bed. They're making deals with their enemies, man.
I'm gonna send
Okay.
it to you. This is. I'm gonna send it to you. What I'm talking about. But he did a whole interview of it.
Yeah,
It's good. I'll
just send it.
repost it.
Yeah, just send it to me. I'll definitely go to one of my lessons.
It's good. It's good.
Hold on, let's let this volley go by.
Two niggas in a two-seater with no roof. This why, hey man, this why the niggas will be clowning you niggas, man. Niggas deserve it. It's folly, man.
Yeah, it's a death trap anyway. I think you gonna see him on what was it, gore.com. And died in a horrible accident.
Smiling.
Guts
Got a
and
pocket, ain't she?
guts and body parts all over the damn place, man.
She got a pocket.
Yeah, she was. She did. Yeah, she's like, she want to walk off.
That's why she stayed behind.
Right. Smiling her ass off.
Yeah, she just bumped into Jake too.
Right, yeah, then she put her breast on his back.
Right.
Excuse me.
Pardon me.
Throw some D's on the thing.
Right.
Yeah.
Shalom, beloved.
It's all part of, and that's all part of us being at war. This man is on the decline.
Yeah, so you can't. So any Israelite that scream, well, that only applies when we at war, brother. Nigga, we at war. What are you talking
War
about?
never ended, nigga.
That's how, this war never ended.
It never ended, nigga.
Okay. Somebody get that Exodus. It said he would war with Amalek.
I got it.
Forever. Y'all fine. Go
It's,
ahead.
Exodus 17 and 16. It says, for he said, because Yahweh has sworn that Yahweh will have war with Amalek from generation to generation.
Right. So he will have war from generation to generation with Amalek, man. Amalek is basically a war with Jake enemies, his own people and the rest of the world.
You fine. Just
Right?
make
He
sure it
really
don't
trying to
blow
start
over.
this
Just,
third world's war,
just
man.
hold it like that.
And they boldly
as long as
saying
it don't
that,
blow.
that if we get, they're saying that if they don't make it, the whole world ain't gonna make it. So they threatening to what? To nuke the world?
Yeah.
They threatening to set it off. This is what Israel is saying. The state of Israel is basically saying if they go down, they taking the whole world with them. That's their own words. Their leader, their chief, their leader is saying this, man. He said if they don't make it, they taking everybody with them.
I got a precept for you.
All right, that's what he said.
This is just backing up what the Elder Malcolm was going into. This is St. Matthew 24 and verse 21. It says, for then shall be great tribulation, such as was not since the beginning of the world to this time, no, nor ever shall be. And except those days should be shortened, there should no flesh be saved, but for the elect's sake, those days should be shortened. And going into that, and me and the brother Kudal, we did a lecture on that months ago. Like the first day this year, they had it. But it was like 2 more after that. They said this is the fastest day ever since they've been recording time. 3 of those days at minimum have happened this year. So those days are being shortened, like the elder said. They trying to take everybody out, but this proves who Esau Edom is. Japheth don't have the power to do
What you
this.
need?
Exactly.
Japheth ain't raw for no nuclear technology flexing to the world. If Japheth is the so-called white man, because the man who introduced me into this truth believed that. I had many battles in this conversation. If Japheth is the so-called white man, what is his nuclear capability? What is his sword? What is Esau's blessing?
Where is he's prophesied why the Lord ain't coming back to visit him? Why is he coming back to visit Edom?
Exactly.
All right. Why? Because Japheth is clearly not ruling the world, man.
Yeah.
All right? Japheth is very insignificant in the end day prophecies, man. He's matter of fact, if you ask me, they some of the luckiest heathen. Because the wrath is not is going to be as hot on them as it is on other people.
Shit, Esau pushed them out their land.
Like he put right. And took their heritage. He claimed to be the Greeks. The Greeks were melanated people. Right? Them same people you call Hawaiians and Polynesians
like
and Tongans and all that. Those are the real Japhetic people. Those are the real, right, the Rock's mother, not his father.
His mother.
Okay? Those are the real Japhetic people. And they were robbed of their heritage.
Back in the day.
By Edomites who claimed to be them. Just like they did everybody else, man. And then what did Edom do? When he came into power, he tried to throw the African shit on. Yeah, well, he must have did some horrible shit to little children in Jacob last time around, right?
Yeah.
Lord got his ass. He got him this time.
See it get rolled too. 200 packs. Dog soap, nigga.
I got a precept.
All right.
I got a precept.
The RMC.
Yeah, definitely got to get the RMC.
This is just to land back what the elder is talking about. Because basically, this is called the Samson option. You know, this is Job chapter 18, verse 4. He teareth himself in his anger. Shall the earth be forsaken for thee, and shall the rock be removed out of its place? So, you know, he's willing to destroy himself and the whole world if he can't have control of it, man. All right, and that's a textbook Edomite, man. And that's what these devils are alluding to when they talk about the Samson option. Okay? Yes. Hey, man, hey, either the whole world is going to bend the knee to the small hats, or we're going to push the big red button. We're going to let it fly, man.
That's pretty much it, man. If they can't have their way, all right? They really on some bitch nigga spoiled kid shit.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay?
It's my toy.
They're in that mindset. If they're in that mindset, if they can't have the world, they're gonna destroy you.
You weak as hell, so you want to take your ball home because you steady getting your goofy ass hoop.
Right. Because everybody,
nigga, you want to take the ball home because you steady getting your goofy ass hoop.
Because he gets slammed on. He get 3-point bust on.
I don't even like basketball, but I done seen that nigga throw.
Nigga leaving him at the line.
Nigga just be at the court.
Bad side of the ball.
Hitting this dumb ass.
Niggas be
Right.
mad as hell.
Nigga they ain't passing him the ball.
No.
Nigga, he mad.
He wide open.
That ain't no
Right, and he mad because not only do he own the ball, he own the court.
Right, right.
So he mad as hell. You know?
Niggas came to his gym.
Motherfucker
right.
look like Dr. J smoking
He
his
said, man, he
ass.
said this nigga backward slamming it.
A mundane
Top
ass.
of my head at the same time.
A mundane ass nigga doing that Julius Irvin on this nigga.
Right.
Ducking this nigga. Big ass afro. Stupid ass nigga, man.
So
Now you want to take his shit.
Now he weak. Now he want to put gates. He want to put chains on the gates.
Right.
He want to take the nest down and put chains on the gates.
Right,
He
right.
want to take the ball. Okay. But then what he did, one of the things that Esau did, he tried to throw that Hamite label on us. And so we've been arguing that argument for a long time, trying to explain to Jake, you're not African, man. That's a different dark race of people. Okay? They call you black when your skin is brown. All right? And you can't tell a brown fool that he ain't black. When he can look at it, you can tell the difference between black and brown. And he's still gonna call himself black.
I mentioned you in the lesson at 5 in the morning. I said the elder Malcolm always said,
I'm telling
this
you.
is black, your skin is right. I just mentioned that in the lesson.
You're right. You show them black and brown, they'll point to brown. And then you show them where your skin is the brown, but they'll still call themselves black.
Yeah.
So I've said it,
They
and
finna walk past with black clothes.
I'm gonna continue to say it.
Too dark skin.
I felt because in times past, I believe that Cesare Borgia was the biggest witchcraft. It's the second. The biggest witchcraft.
Oh, y'all good. Y'all
Biggest
good.
You all good?
The biggest witchcraft is that blackness.
Oh yeah, that black culture.
That blackness. That is the biggest witchcraft because you can't convince a brown man that he ain't black that he's actually brown.
Yeah.
You can't tell him that. No matter how much you show, he'll point out brown. He'll even admit that that's the color of his skin, but he'll still call himself black. No matter how much we break it down of what that word really means and why they labeled you that. Black. Right? You weren't black when you got off those boats, man. Black. Okay? You weren't black when you came off those floors. And you definitely weren't an African American. Okay? Africans are Hamites.
Got it.
Okay? Bring it out, brother.
Real quick. Because even like the elder, how he was going into the Japhetic people. One thing that you can find out, because he said he saw structural heritage, when you go into the original Japhetic people, all you got to do is look up the Minoans and the Etruscans. They skin was dark too. Like he was saying, them Tongas, them Japhetic, they skin dark too. They don't call themselves black.
Yeah.
Elamites being subway, black as hell.
Yep.
I done seen Elamites that are darker than some Africans.
And they don't call themselves black.
Yeah.
They don't call, see, that's a stigma, it's an ideology, and it's something that takes you away from the Most High. See, black commemorates idolatry. I did a lesson about this at 5 in the morning. That's the spirit. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Blackness.
So they called you Ham. Ham is a different dark race of people.
Yep.
All right. That was it. Remember, the Lord and his parents hid among the Hamites.
Hello.
Paul was mistaken for a Hamite.
Yeah.
All right. Moses was mistaken for a Hamite.
Oh, cool.
Okay. The Israelites were mourning one of their forefathers, and they were mistaken for being Hamites. It's all sorts of breakdowns in the Bible that prove to you that the sons of Ham and the sons of Israel were similar when it came to complexion. All right, they were very similar, and from a distance you couldn't tell them apart unless they was dancing. All right, 'cause them Hamites. The niggas over there getting down, you know that's Jake.
Motherfucker had my jumping.
Right.
No, most real Hamites, most of them can't grow beards, man.
Yeah.
Most of them.
And they really can't grow no froze.
No fro, yeah.
They hair stay short and matted. Jake hair will be over curly, what you ignorantly call nappy. It's the technical term is over curly. Jake's over curly hair will grow out this far, right? And then he braided it to hang down to his ass.
The Lord took mine.
Right.
I had a cave with Tolo, boy.
Okay,
I
you had a
big
lot of hair, brother.
Curly ass folk,
Okay.
boy. The Lord said, gotcha. I had that cave with Tolo, naturally.
Mine's starting to thin out now.
That was the price to pay.
It's all good. We finna get the fuck out of here. It's all good. What's up?
Yeah, that's my little brother. Go ahead, brother.
This from the Zondervan's pictorial.
I'm borrowing this car
This
tonight.
from the Zondervan's pictorial Bible dictionary. This the definition of Ham. It says the youngest son of Noah, born probably about 96 years before the flood, and one of the 8 persons to live through the flood. He became the progenitor of the dark races, not the Negroes.
Right, so he's making a difference between the Hamites and the Negroes. See?
Yeah.
And so he's telling you that Ham was the progenitor father of the dark races, but not the Negroes. This was written by Edomite scholars,
Yep.
Jewish scholars.
Yep.
Read.
It says, but the Egyptians, Ethiopians, Libyans, and Canaanites.
There you go, man. The Ethiopians, the Libyans, all right, and the Canaanites.
All out.
Okay, those are African nations, and that's not who the so-called black man is. All right, you're a different dark race of people, man. And there's too many evidence to prove that, and that you still got people who are foolish enough to try to argue that point. It's tangible evidence of that, man. Not just scholastically. Okay, all of Asia was so-called dark, swarthy. You ever heard the term black Asiatic man?
Yeah,
All right,
yeah, niggas
and the
be out
Israelites came from Asia. They didn't come from Africa. You got to remember, it's just like I live near the state line. Matter of fact, I walked my dogs to the state line this morning. All right, and when you get to the state line, if I cross the other side of the street, I'm in Indiana. I step off the curb, I'm in Chicago. That's how. It's the same thing when it comes to Africa and Asia. They connected. So what makes you think that all them dark African people, all right, weren't all up in Asia? They were.
Having the ball, nigga.
Because when you read about Ham, when you read about them in the Young's Dictionary Bible, it tells you how Canaan's sons were all up into what you call the so-called Middle East. They were all in Palestine. Okay, the Canaanites were all up in there. Okay.
They showed you that on even later in the times. That's years before this, but even after when on that clip, the Vikings, when Ivar went up the Silk Road, they showed all them Africans, all them Arab, all these niggas over there like deep in Asia.
Right.
Up there, they was trading. They had girls and stuff, and they showed you that how the ancient world was.
They had harems.
Right. Yeah. Oh, definitely.
Right.
You got something?
Yeah, this is paragraph 24 from Observations of the Increase of Mankind, written by Ben Franklin.
1751.
1750. Yeah. This is paragraph 24. Ben Franklin writes, which leads me to add one remark, that the number of purely white people in the world is proportionally very small. All
Camera right there.
Fuck our program. We gonna talk about some old nigga shit.
It says all Africa is black or tawny. Asia chiefly tawny. And that word tawny is dark skin, man.
Yeah.
Brown skin.
Right. So the terminology is swarthy and tawny. And that's pretty much what you're looking at right now on this camera. You're getting a bunch of swarthy and tawny people, man. All right? People of color. All right? From a dark chocolate to a light caramel to a yellow. Okay? A yellow is a derivative of brown. Okay? Just so you know that. For you people with the lie IQs out there.
Yeah. They used to teach us that when we was putting crayons together. You got something?
No, you got it.
Just real quick, just going into that, because Kanasta had brought that out, the Zondervan, you know, and the elder brought out like Moses, Paul, the Lord Yahweh, Joseph, Mary. This is Amos 9 and verse 7. It says, "Are ye not as the children of Ethiopians to me, O children of Israel? Said Yahweh, have I not brought up Israel out of the land of Egypt, and the Philistines from Qatar, and the Syrians from Ker?" So he said, "Are you not like unto the Ethiopians?" All right. We look similar.
You look similar.
And we was in that land. They was in our land.
And the Lord just brought some right by.
Yeah.
Damn,
That
that's
dude in
heavy.
the back. That dude in the back. He looked like he's an Ethiopian.
That's heavy. That's the spirit.
So they got brown skin. That's
spirit,
swarthy. And he got kinky hair, but he had them facial features.
That
was
smooth
told on.
skin and that pointy nose.
Yeah.
They be doing that shit.
Yeah. Right?
Yeah,
As soon as he said it, two of them walked by. Well, at least one of them, and one in the back. The other one might be too. Go ahead.
That's the spirit, though.
Come on. Go ahead, bro.
So yeah, going in straight in the same railroad tracks, all right? Exodus 11 and 7. And it reads, "But against any of the children of Israel shall not a dog move his tongue, against man or beast, that ye may know that that the Lord Yahweh doth put a difference between the Egyptians and Israel."
Yeah, man. He put a difference between them. Okay? Because the Egyptians were dark complexion people too.
Yeah.
As simple as that. And there's many relics to prove that. Matter of fact, I have images probably in this phone. So many. And they opened up one of those tombs. They opened up a tomb that had been closed for 5,000 years. And they opened, I think it was last year, the year before. It's kind of the most recent one. And when they opened it up, everybody in there was chocolate. So where are these white pharaohs and all that stuff? All right. During the time of the Israelites, okay, all the pharaohs were chocolate, swarthy. They were swarthy, complected, colored people. Okay. At the time when you got these so-called pale pharaohs was after the conquest of Alexander of Macedonia. All right. When Alexander of Macedonia took over, that's when you got.
Yeah.
That's when you got these these pale people. They took over, and then they didn't even come and bring the Macedonian swag. They stole the Egyptian shit.
They ain't finna say they can't. They ain't got
They ain't
none.
got nothing.
They definitely stole that Babylon
Yeah,
flag.
and then they started putting on, and then they still was putting tattoos all over themselves that they stole from Jaffa.
Yeah, the Pygmy. They was called the Pig people.
Okay?
That's
They
right,
started
brother.
putting tattoos all over themselves. All right? And all of a sudden you had,
It's from a museum.
right, there you go.
I'm gonna put it on
I
the
got
camera.
books that have a lot of those relics in it.
This Arab chick sent this to me. No, she be trying to learn my doctrine. I don't be telling her shit. She could take this around. That's about it.
She can take the RMC.
Yeah. Haram! But yeah, she was in the museum in New York and she sent me this. Cause I did tell that hoe I was an Israelite. Cause you know she don't like Amalek. But you know, all this doctrine, they got
Put it on the other camera.
Oh yeah, Salaki. See? Going back into that Amos.
Right, Hebrews in captivity, man.
Exactly.
Images of the ancient world during the time of the Israelites, before Alexander took over.
This used to be,
Right?
yeah.
When Alexander took over, then that's when you started seeing white people in Egypt. That's how the city of Alexandria got its name. How you get Alexandria? Wasn't no Alexandria, Egypt, before the Edomites came, man.
Look, hold on. Look at my man's now. I'ma just put it on the camera. I ain't gonna say nothing. Looking for them.
Right. Them the after the fact days.
Right. Look at this one. This still having the ball. He really think that shit deep.
He slipped through the cracks.
Yeah, he over there having the ball. A little homosexual.
Yeah, cause they teaching them how to grow up and do that
how to circumcise
with your mouth.
Yeah, with his teeth.
So I guess what? So I guess when men come to them trying to get circumcised, get back into the set, they circumcise them too?
Oh,
yeah, exactly. Okay? This is going to hurt. Hey, drink more.
And he said, okay, but throws. You will need milk of the puppy. The pain is pain. You're gonna need the pain. You will need the milk of the puppy. It's going to hurt.
Yeah, man. So, you know, that's the thing. Edom is doomed. All right. Matter of fact, you holding that thing in the Zondervan still, brother. Yep. All right, because Edom. Well, we let you hear what the white scholars and the so-called white Jewish scholars had to say about Edom in the same Zondervan. The same Zondervans that had made a difference between Africans and Negroes. Go ahead.
This is about Esau, Edom. I'm going to start mid-paragraph. It says, when Jerusalem was destroyed and Judah depopulated by the Babylonians in 586 BC, the Edomites rejoiced over the affliction of the Judeans and began to take over the southern part of Palestine. Eventually, they penetrated as far north as Hebron. This action intensified the already smoldering hatred between the Jews and the Edomites. You can see that in Psalms 137 and 7, Ezekiel 25, 12 through 14, Amos, the first chapter, verse 11, and Obadiah 10 through 14. Then it continues to read,
Yeah, exactly. That's why I gave him the finger. That's one of them Amalekites, one of their Amalekites.
The Assyrians came in contact with Edom as early as the 7th century BC, when her kings began to penetrate as far south as Palestine. Edom, along with Judah and her other neighbors, paid tribute to Assyria for many years. She is mentioned many times in the inscription of the kings of Assyria, beginning with Adadnariah III, 800 BC, to Ashurbanipal. Edom figures prominently in the prophetic scriptures as the scene of great future judgment.
Right, so Edom gets his judgment at the end. All right, so and Edom is the ruling class people. So who's about to get who's ruling the world? Whose face is on the money? Okay, go ahead.
And this last part says, she is the only neighbor of the Israelites who was not given any promise of mercy from the Most High God, Yahweh.
So there it is. So these Jewish scholars and these Edomite scholars, the whole group of them that put this book together, right? Which is this book is probably sitting in every seminary school on the planet right now, and we know that for the fact that they changed the Hamitic description. They left out not the forefather of the black races, or the dark races. They left that part out now when you go to the Hamitic definition. They don't say that part anymore. But nevertheless, they all identified and told you that Edom basically is going to get judged at the end of the world, which is speaking of the second coming, right? And so the Edomites are in rulership. So anyone who's honest with themselves, we all know who's ruling the world right now, who's sitting in the ruling seat,
Face on that dollar.
who has been for the last 500 years. That's the nation of Edom. Why do you think they don't want to claim it? They want to be everybody except the Edomites. How did you have run a school system and left all this history about the Edom out of the no books?
Right.
You know, well, not within the school system anyway. All right, there's plenty of books about it, but just not within, you know, the curriculum. Okay, it's how you think we learn.
It's in deep book.
Okay,
Go right ahead.
You got a question?
Yeah, you got a question. He wants to take a picture.
Oh, you can take a picture.
Yeah, take.
Oh, you want to take a picture of the sign? I'll
Like Hebrew Israelites?
Well, no, we are Hebrew Israelites. Because I don't see, there's not a black person standing here. Everybody here is brown or some shade of thereof. That was a very racist and hateful label that was placed upon us. All right, they call us that. We've never referred to ourselves as that. All right, but okay, no, I'm just letting you know. So yeah, so now you know that's a very racist and hateful name that they place upon us. We never call ourselves that. We're just the Hebrew Israelites. All right, because some of our people come looking like you. All right, so and there's plenty of people that do what I'm doing that look like you. So are you going to call them a black Hebrew Israelite? You understand what I'm saying? It's actually ridiculous. All right, you can see one down there. You know,
With the braids
does he
in his
look
hair.
black? Do I look black?
I got a black shirt on and I'm dark as hell, Joe.
And this shirt is so much
shit
darker
is my
than
brother
him.
then.
He's still brown. That's the thing.
darkest niggas
So you
you
got
see.
So I want you to think about that. Why would you call the people who are physically and visibly brown black? Think about that. I'm looking at them in the car. They're all brown. Their skin is not actually black. So why do you call them that? Think about it. That was a not just a marketing tool, but it was a very racialist generalization to place people in a specific category. Now that we said that, you got the definition.
I got
Bring,
you. Hey,
all right, so bring out yours and then bring out yours. So there's the true definition of black, all right, versus white, which white, when you read the word white, is everything pure and nice and sugar and spice. When you read black, all right, so all these names that they're going, all these words that they're going to say, you can place people behind them. All right, so you can say, you know, whatever, people. The description, people. All right, that's why they call us black. It's really a very nasty, racist epithet disguised. It's a social construct that they created. All right, go ahead.
Read that first. I'm going to go to scripture. So read that first.
This is one of the older dictionaries. These is all the words that come with the word black, right? It says denigrate, nigrify, a blotch,
Nigrified.
smut, smudge, smirch,
So let me slow it down. Smut people. Read.
sully,
Sully people means dirty.
begrind,
Begrimed people. Read.
soot,
Soot like people. Read.
besoot,
Be soot.
besmut, besmutch, and besmudge. And then in the Edom line as well, it says black was used of dark-skinned people in Old English, of coffee with nothing added, attested by 1796.
And even coffee is actually brown, but read.
It says the meaning fierce, terrible, and wicked.
So terrible people, wicked people, fierce people. Read. So this is what you're saying about yourself when you call yourself black. But read.
It's from the late 14th century. The bigger sense often comes from the notion of without light, morally or spiritually.
Without light means you're dumb. You don't have understanding. All right. And what was the other one? What was it after without light?
Without morally or spiritually.
So you're without morals, people. You understand what we're sharing here? And that's why they chose to call the people that are physically brown black. We are visibly and physically brown complexion, but they call us black. Okay?
It says gloomy, unlucky, bad, wicked, or malicious.
So malicious people, unlucky people, wicked people.
Per capita.
Okay?
They scream that shit.
All right? So this
per capita.
all right? So this is what they did, man. All right? You got another
I
one?
got the definition of white.
Okay, now
You
let's
got
bring
this
out.
one?
You want to read it?
Go ahead.
No, you can read that one last.
All right, come.
Go ahead. Read
Go
it
ahead.
anyway.
It says white, color of milk or fresh snow, innocent.
Oh, it's it.
That's the same one.
Go ahead, read.
Innocent, unstained,
So now you got white people are innocent, unstained.
Read the black too.
Read
pure, unblemished,
pure, unblemished,
bright,
bright,
anti-revolution,
anti-revolution. Really? And then America started with a revolution. Anyway, go ahead.
auspicious,
Auspicious.
reliable,
Reliable.
favorable,
Favorable people.
honorable.
Honorable. Now you understand why they made the social construct? It was to categorize and to control the narrative. Read.
Honest,
Honest people.
upright without bloodshed.
Upright without bloodshed.
We know
Now
that's
we
a lie.
know.
We all know that's a lie.
There is no people on the face of the earth that have spilled more blood, and taken more land, taken more property and heritages from any other people than white people. And that's just a brutal, uncomfortable truth for some. All right? But go ahead.
Free from guilt.
Free from guilt.
Oh my God.
Okay?
Whiteness.
This is the definition of black. It says opposite of white, dirty.
So, dirty people.
In the gate.
So once again, someone calling themselves black, you just dirty people. Go ahead.
Messy without light.
Messy people without, once again, you bunch of low IQ dumbasses. You don't know anything. Read.
Dark. Illegal.
Illegal people.
Dim. Smuggled. Disastrous.
No, so that's power. That's enough, brother. So it's enough. So the meaning of words are very important. And so black and white is a made-up social construct. And I give you another a bit of interesting information that you can go look up for yourself. Whiteness did not exist before 1681. They created that label for themselves in 1681 in Virginia. Is when they began to call themselves white people. All right, and with this whiteness, and that was something that a particular group of white people came up with, so that so that they can appease the other white people. Because what was happening in the 1600s is that poor white people and poor so-called black people were both being poor and screwed over by the wealthy elite class, which is the same people who are screwing over the so-called white and black people today. All right, but keeping them divided. That part is true.
Little hats.
Yeah, with the little hats on, those guys. Let's just be honest about it. No disrespect intended. It's just the truth. And
No anti-nothing.
there was a revolution called and a rebellion called the Baker's Rebellion in 1681, where all the poor folks, both native, so-called black, so-called white, got together and started fighting against the wealthy people. So the wealthy people came up with these two classes. So they took the natives and reclassified them as Negroes. And they took a lot of the slaves and reclassified them as Negroes. So a lot of so-called black people that are walking around today are actually Native American. But they made sure that they were called Negroes or something else so that they couldn't get any land rights or anything like that. That was another racist, hateful thing done on purpose.
Showed you that
And
with
then-
Chuck Berry on that book.
And then they took and a lot of white women at that time too were choosing to marry brown men.
Right.
All right. So they came up with the miscegenation laws, which made it where white women could no longer marry black men, and if they did, they inherited their slave class, and that's what they were doing. And also with this whiteness came benefits, front of the line benefits. I had to get off the sidewalk when you walk down at benefits. I had to look the other way.
Put your face in the mud.
When you looked at me, I had to look down at the ground, and you could do whatever you wanted to me, and I couldn't take you to court.
Including murder.
That also came with whiteness. Okay, that was the benefit of being this new found humanity, part of humanity that was called white.
Without
And all that happened in Virginia in 1681, and it pretty much spread throughout the Grove shortly thereafter. All right, so prior to 1681, you can look this up for yourself. There was no such thing as white people. That was a new, and there was actually no such thing as black people. Those terms were both constructed.
He got it. Got
Okay?
it.
Go
Go ahead, read that doctrine, and I'm going to read the scripture after that.
When you Google is black a social construct, it says yes.
Yes.
From a scientific and sociological standpoint, being black is considered a social construct.
Exactly. See? So even AI is telling you what we're telling you.
No
That
such
it's physically no such thing as such.
Yep.
All right? And that's the funny thing. This is how you know the Esau's losing, because even this technology is turning against them.
That's right.
AI just said what we said was right.
Been saying before this AI.
And we were saying
Many years.
And we were saying it before AI.
Many years.
Okay? Just to be, 100.
Because we know it to be prophecy. This is prophecy. This was going to happen to the Israelites in a lot of times through the prophecy. This is Deuteronomy the 28th chapter and the Deuteronomy 28 and 37. It says, and thou shalt become an astonishment, a proverb, and a byword. Being black is a byword.
Yep.
Being a nigger is a byword.
Being a Hispanic.
Being a coon, being a Hispanic, being a porch monkey. That's a byword.
They called Native Americans forest niggas.
Yeah, that's right.
All right, it's savages. Okay, those are bywords.
That's right. It
Right.
says, he's chipping out. That's the new byword. All right. It says, and a byword amongst all nations, whether the Lord shall lead thee.
And these will be all the other nations. See?
And all of them call us by these names.
Yep.
Okay?
You know?
Those are the other biblical nations, and there's a reason why the world goes by these names. So those same people that created the bywords made sure that these names weren't used, that these names were used, because they don't want to associate anybody with their ancient heritage, because what that would do is the main thing that would do, if you start allowing the nations to identify as their ancient cultures, that will single out who Edom is. And before you walked up, he just read about how Edom, matter of fact, get it again in the Zondervan's. So Zondervan's is a Bible dictionary that was put together by a group of white scholars, all right? White and Jewish scholars. Okay, and this is what, just straight to the highlighted part. And this is what they had to say about the nation. Had to say about the nation of Edom. That's the Zondervan's dictionary Bible. It also tells you in there too that the so-called Africans and black people are not the same race. It also tells you that in there too. Yeah. Okay, so here, read the prophecy or the breakdown of Edom in that Bible.
You gotta get that.
No, straight to the highlighted point. Yep, straight to the highlighted point. Right here, bro.
Edom figures prominently in the prophetic scriptures as a scene of great future judgments.
Right.
She is the only neighbor of the Israelites who was not given any promises of mercy from the Most High.
So what Edom has done in the last 500 years of their rule, okay?
Come on, man.
They have a lot to pay for what they've done in the world, especially the accusations and get Isaiah 25 and 7. You see, they threw out a covering cast like him. He's actually a son of Amalek, claiming to be a son of Judah. Okay, when he's not, he's a son of Amalek. Okay, and the Bible tells you in Ezekiel the 36th chapter that the Edomites would take the Holy Land and claim to be the holy people in the last days. It's right there in the Bible. And I just find it quite amazing how none of these scholars, none of these pastors, none of these rabbis, they'll go into Ezekiel 37 a little bit. They'll go into Ezekiel 38 a lot. But they will not touch Ezekiel 36 or 35.
That's right.
And Ezekiel 36 clearly tells you that the Edomite race would hold the Holy Land, and that they would claim to be the people of the Lord in the last days. It tells you that. So now you got American pastors pointing the fingers at the Israelis, saying, I don't know if you're Israeli or not. I don't think you are, but it doesn't matter. I mean, it's not. I'm not saying it to be offensive. I'm saying it because it's true.
Shalom,
but you got Edomite pastors, both white and black, now pointing out the fact that the Israelis are Edom. And now And so this is not just us now. I wonder if they call them black people. And now you got the rabbis pointing out that Judeo-Christianism, both in America and Europe, are Edom. So now you got, and that's prophesied that they will be doing. It's prophesied that Edom would start that they would turn on each other in the last days. It's the reason why the left and right are such a war. MAGA was such a war with the Dems, and now MAGA's at war with itself. And Esau's all divided now. The Edomites are completely and totally divided. That's why everything is happening the way that it's happening. It's just like a lot of the people that are crying about the poison that they spray over us and make us all sick all the time. You know, clearly your government and your presidents are complicit with that, because none of these politicians, they don't even speak about it. But yet the people are. And now you got 36 states that are supposedly trying to get it stopped. But why did it go in the first place?
Exactly.
Okay? And then why would any elected official in a high place not just stop this shit? Because, well, Edom is Edom.
Who got the Isaiah?
Get that Isaiah.
This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 25 and verse 7. And he will destroy in the mountain the face of the covering cast over all people.
See, so when you read this, all right, this is our actual biblical names, but this is the covering that they cast over us. All right, the Negroes, the West Indies, Haitians, Dominicans, Guatemalans, Peruvians, Cubans, Seminoles. They called us all these names instead of what we really are biblically. All right, and it's funny how they deny everyone else their Hebrew, not their Hebrew, but their biblical heritage.
Yeah.
But then they call themselves by a biblical heritage, which they're not even that.
That's
but they deny all the rest of the world, and they talk about it like the ancient world, like everybody from the ancient world just disappeared. No, these don't. We the people of the ancient world, right here, right now. All of us.
Them Arabs will tell you they Ishmael.
Yeah.
Go up to a little chicken spot, go up to anywhere these Arabs are, ask them how they had descended to Ishmael. They'll tell you absolutely.
They know they're Ishmael. And then another thing too, the Lord left certain markers in place. The Indians know that they're Elohim. And then the fact, and the one beautiful thing the Lord did, and it was very strategic, he left Ethiopia in place. And he left the rivers, so the same places and the rivers that are talked about in the Bible still form the Ethiopian. So we know what the Ethiopian is like. Well, it's funny how the sons of Canaan are brothers to the Ethiopians, but every time they put on TV, you see the Canaanites as white people. I haven't seen
that'd be fine.
I haven't seen Goliath look like an Ethiopian or his African brothers in any cartoon or any movie.
We said that years ago.
All right?
Right.
So exactly. But Goliath's people would be his cousins would be the the Ethiopian. So the Lord left the Ethiopian in place to prove to you that whole region looked like that.
That's right.
All right. So Ethiopian is actually a marker that you can use to help shut down and disprove a lot of lies that are taught and pushed in the world today. Okay?
Thanks.
The fact that the Lord left Ethiopia in place, man.
I got a precept real quick.
You got another question?
No, I got that. I'm sorry.
Okay, well, that's okay.
Hey, I got one more before you leave. Can I read this?
Of course.
All right. This just going back to what he said about the covering cast and the people being in the land. This is Zechariah 9:6. It says, "And a bastard shall dwell in Ashdod, and I will cut off the pride of the Philistines." That word Philistine goes into Palestine. Do you know what Ashdod is today on the earth?
So city of Israel or Palestine.
It's Tel Aviv, Israel.
Yep.
So he said in the latter days, a bastard shall dwell in Ashdod. So the people over there spinning the dreidel are bastards, and they shouldn't be there.
And let me tell you this too: the word bastards, synonyms that they removed from modern dictionaries. Synonyms for bastard, the two that stand out the most are fake and fraudulent. All right, and phony is one of them. Because I actually have a 1930 thesaurus, and the synonym for bastard is fake, fraudulent, and phony. All right, so that's that. So anyway, hey, enjoy the rest of your Saturday, man.
Thank you for your time.
Nice chopping it up with you, man. And remember, the Hebrew Israelites, not the black Hebrew Israelites.
Not the black.
Hey, Pops.
What What Pop said, man, they finna get him, man. What Pop said, they finna get him, man.
You right here.
Get your Cadillac, Pop. He gonna get you.
I keep telling y'all, it's all kind of
No, excuse me. Take this plate back here.
Pop, you gotta pull off. Lay out of pocket.
This the Virginia Act of 1682. It says Virginia passed 2 acts in 1682 that combined Native Americans and Africans into one category as Negroes and other slaves.
There you go. They combine Negroes and Native Africans into one category, Negroes. And that was the social construct that they created. And when you were labeled a Negro, you were no longer a Native anymore. That's what they did to my family, to my people, right? Okay, and you were no longer. As a matter of fact, they used to call us mulattoes.
Yeah.
They used to call my mother, my father's mother, my birth mother, and my father's mother, my grandmother. They used to call her mulatto. All right, and she wasn't mulatto at all. She was full blown Shoshone. All right, and of course, my father's father was what you would call a Seminole. All right, it is what it is. But the Seminoles, many of them got called Negroes. Read it again.
That's right. It says Virginia passed 2 acts in 1682 that combined Native Americans and Africans into one category as Negroes and other slaves.
So Esau was conveniently placing categories upon Jacob that fit so that he could control the narrative. All right, and then he put those narratives in books. Okay, and he made lies become the truth. And now, as he read Isaiah 25:7, you can read it again. The Lord has removed that cast as comfort. All right, and now people are learning the truth. A lot of people have learned the truth via the Hebrew Israelites, and especially the Great Millstone, because a lot of the other groups don't go into the topics that we do. They definitely don't go as deep. Because, you know, and among them, only their leaders make videos. Okay?
Keep you some man.
Average foot soldier in Great Millstone will run circles around you concerning the scriptures and the breakdowns and the understanding.
That's right.
But you get a UPK dude, all he can scream is UPK.
And the value.
Right? And he's real good at saying, that's right, in the background.
That nigga on Coming to America.
He's an excellent, that's right guy.
No, trading places.
Yeah.
Remember them niggas was locked up in your limousine outside. Niggas, that's some niggas just in the back. Yeah. They don't know how to teach no scriptures, man. Yeah, they remind me of that nigga, man.
Yeah.
Just in the back, saying, yeah.
The stone
Groove. Yeah.
Right.
Nigga just in the back.
The champion, world champion, that's right.
Yeah, man. That white woman, man, she probably didn't think the pants were done. That's a nice white woman, boy.
Yeah, that's
Nice
right.
and white.
That's right.
Right. Man, she got me.
Damn, brother, we about to get the market.
Hey, it was funny as hell. He's about to park that white woman.
Hey, it's funny as hell because I was talking about Big Brother today and shit, and I get to say so why don't y'all be talking to people? You know what I'm saying? Like the other groups. When I said no, we don't give a fuck. We not gonna sit here and scream at niggas that you gotta leave a white woman alone. This nigga say, hell no, y'all not gonna do it. This nigga's wrong with the bird. He got all the white hoes.
Your brother know? Oh man, it's real, bro. It's real, nigga. Maybe in my hotel suites.
I'm in my room.
I'm glad he know. I don't know how he know, but I'm glad he do.
He follow you on the IG.
Oh yeah, he know.
Yeah.
He know.
And he seen you in person.
He better, the one that do jiu-jitsu?
He don't do that shit no more.
Man, he out for this, man. You need to go ahead and get that blue, man.
God, no. I got that Isaiah for you.
Bring it out, brother.
This is Isaiah 25:7. It says, and he will destroy in this mountain the face of the covering cast over all people, and the veil that is spread over all nations.
Right, and so we kind of did that right here, right now, to that heavy set Edomite, because I perceived that he was Edom, his spirit. He was, but you know, he wasn't a cocky, you know, type dude. He was one of them chill Edomites, you know. But you know, just because you a chill Edomite, you got to still catch that same beating that the rest of them are getting.
Definitely.
All right,
We Salaki, Elder Malcolm. We caught that beat Adam because it was a nigga in Israel and he was committing adultery. It was a homosexual. Hey, the prophet got shackled up right with him. Exactly. There's a lot of niggas I know that's Esau. I know they be Esau. That be cool shit. But they got it down. They got to get. That's a great point.
That's a great point.
They got to get that beat,
because
man.
you know,
fuck that.
I mean, you know, you always had a Jake that was like, come on, y'all, don't do that shit. And that same Jake went on the same slave ship, got the same whip in his back, and all he can say is, man, I told y'all niggas, man.
That's what we telling him right now.
Yeah, so it was always that Jake that was trying to be the voice of, he threw. It was always that Jake trying to be the voice of reason. But wicked Jake. But you know, when you got 10 righteous Jakes trying to be righteous, you got 100 that's purposely trying to be wicked.
150.
So it is what it is, man.
Yeah.
And they voice is gonna drown us out. You know, we trying to say no, and the rest of them saying, you know, give us Barabbas.
Yeah.
All right. Yep. You had the Jakes in the crowd that was all about Yahushua, but the majority of them what? They wanted Barabbas, because the majority of Jakes don't want to do right, man, and they don't want to have any. They like their Grecian lifestyle. They like their alphabet lifestyle.
Yeah.
They like their adulterous lifestyle. They like they being able to eat whatever they want to eat. They like having no accountability.
All that comes with blackness.
Exactly.
All that, I did a whole lesson on it.
Yes.
GMS Chicago teacher was talking. But I did a whole lesson. I was so vexed. It was 5 in the morning. I'm trying to get some sleep so I can go train with these brothers. But I watched one, you know how you crack your eyes open and see one little peek about some black shit? I jumped up like the fucking Undertaker and just did a lesson, bro.
You heard the bell pop.
I'm sick of this black shit. I'm tired of that blackness, bro.
I got a precept, if I may. This is the book of Proverbs, chapter 12, verse 12. The wicked desireth the net of evil men, but the root of the righteous yields the fruit. So these niggas, hey, they desire blackness. It's like the brothers were saying, the elders men were saying, man. Being black comes with no accountability. Being black comes with perverseness. Being black comes with do whatever the fuck you want to do, man. Do as thy will. That's what being black comes with.
Matter of fact, damn, I hope I transfer it. But I got an image. I got a lot to transfer over, man. I don't think I did it. Yeah. But I got an image of some dude. I got an image of some dude that was talking about. He made a whole video. He made a whole video of how him and Diddy, whoever the guy was, he made a hold on, brother. He made a whole video of how him and Diddy cracked Beyonce in front of Jay-Z.
Damn.
That's black power. Black
Damn. What happened?
And then right under it was another video of, and that's why I had to screenshot them, because they were right next to each other, and that was blackness. I thought about you. I screenshotted it, because I'm definitely gonna use it. And the video under it, all right, and I screenshotted them both right next to each other, right? The screenshot of it was some ninja woman talking about how she caught a man getting his sheets clapped. Come on, balls deep. Come on. Okay, and all this it was all revolving around. So I mean, as a woman, how do you expect a woman to feel when she opens up the door to her bedroom, all right? And some dude balls deep in her man.
You getting flipped.
Oh, man. Same dude she was sucking and you know, the night before. What is this thing? Okay.
Riding around the block.
Oh my God.
Bro,
and
this is third time.
He do this in Hyde Park.
And he rolling around with money in his hand.
He do. That's probably his son. That's his bastard.
Yeah,
that's him right there. He looking to trick off because he's 130 pounds.
He looked fruity.
He probably was the one clapping.
So maybe she opened the door on him.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
All right, no, he was getting clapped.
Oh my God.
He don't look like he was a clapper. He was a clappee.
He was spinning his ass like Beyblade.
Right?
Spinning his ass like a Beyblade.
But like you said, that was as soon as I thought about it, because I actually watched that this morning.
Blackness.
I watched it and I reposted it. And
that shit's some folly, man.
And then shortly after that is when I caught those images and I had to screenshot them. I'm like, man, he was just talking about this shit.
That's what black. That's what blackness is.
That's what black culture brings. Yeah. That do with that will, man over the woman.
Yeah.
That power to the woman. The woman. I mean, I meant to say it the other way around. Yeah. Woman over the man. Yeah. You know, the alphabet lifestyle stuff. and all the other madness and craziness that goes with it.
Yep.
Okay, the whole matriarchy thing, man. There ain't no matriarchy over here, man. And that ain't not acknowledged in the Bible nor by the Lord, man. The Lord is not with no matriarchy. And then all you gotta do is look throughout history. Every nation and every kingdom that had any sort of matriarchy failed. Every one of them failed, man. Okay, India even tried it once.
Baba Ganesh now.
Okay.
George?
Right.
You did not slap.
How can you slap? Can I slap? Right? So, and then that kingdom failed, man.
Somebody get Isaiah 3 and 12 to back that up.
Okay?
Right.
Yeah, Isaiah 3 and 12.
The book of Isaiah, chapter 3 and verse 12. As for my people, children are their oppressors, and women rule over them.
Right, that's blackness.
Yep.
That's blackness. Even though, and like I said in the lessons, y'all are cool too. But that blackness, man, she cold. That blackness is a product of white supremacy, man.
Yes.
That's a product that the biggest, look, I tell you, and I've been saying it for years, the so-called white man, Esau Edom, has only created two things in America. One is the patent office, two is niggas, man.
Facts.
That's it.
Yeah, and that's
Black
true.
niggas, bro.
Because
That's the only thing he created.
Exactly, and that whole culture and that whole lifestyle is the result of his experiment. You know, and the projects.
Yeah.
Yes.
And
Yep.
the project was a scientific project. Okay.
Definitely. High level, too.
Look how much worse once he destroyed the people and they have that what we call a project mentality.
Yeah.
Then he released those project niggas and he tore down their projects and sent them among the rest of the population. And they brought that mentality to already screwed up Jake anyway.
Yeah.
All right? That's a lot. So now all of a sudden you had some wild hunted niggas. All right? And I know how wild, as many wild hunted niggas I had to whoop and knock out. I know how bad they are.
Yeah.
Okay?
Wow. It wasn't me.
And I know.
Definitely for the
And so now you're going to introduce project niggas. A lot of them I had to whoop and knock out.
Yeah.
You're going to introduce these project niggas to wild hunted niggas.
I remember when
And that created, and it was crazy because they warred and
We was waiting for it.
And then they clicked up.
Yeah, I look.
They warred first and then they clicked up. And now that's why you got these mask wearing YNs running around and YVs.
Yeah.
It's just crazy as hell.
I remember it.
All right?
Like 2002, 2001, 2002, when they really was start getting niggas out of Cabrini Greens and tearing it down. We was standing around in
Robert
the hundreds.
Taylor Homes too?
Robert Taylor, yep. We was standing around in the hundreds like, all them niggas think they finna come out here.
And they
we gonna deal with them.
And they sent them
We
straight
was
to the
on that.
hundreds.
Then the last one, I was saying like 2004, when they tore down the Calumet building, all them niggas was BDs and all of them came out there. And we was like, cause it wasn't a lot of like niggas that was like BD at that time. The rap shit sprung that up. So all them niggas came and integrated into the 100. It was 118th of LaSalle, Yale, Whitworth, all throughout the land. And we were just on some nigga shit, bro. I remember I was outside when this shit was going on, but we remember when they tore down the projects, we was in the hundreds, niggas in the 90s, niggas in the 60s was like, yeah, man, you know, shit, it's on.
Yeah, because they sent it to the low end. They sent it to the low end.
Yeah,
too.
yeah.
So every place that they went, they brought chaos.
Yeah.
All right.
To some niggas that was already bugged out.
To some already bugged out experiment. So that it was called it's called a project because it was actually an experiment.
Yeah.
All right. And they experiment on how much can we take away from these people? How much, you know, we make sure that they got a third class education. They didn't get the same. They didn't get proper textbooks. They didn't get anything. They didn't get teachers that really taught them. They got teachers that collected just was at school to collect checks.
Yep.
Right. They removed all the fathers from the home through the welfare system.
Yep.
All right. Most of these young men out here today grew up in single family homes. Majority of them. All right.
Right.
And that actually started with my era. All right. All right, myself and my friends, we were the first fruits of that women divorcing their husbands and breaking up the families and then relying on the system and then putting the men in the system. Because all that child support stuff started when I was around a teenager. All right, that's when they started actually, and then they really started pushing it hard in the 90s. All right, because the truth be said, it was actually supposed to be Title 4D child support was actually supposed to go for just 1 year. It was a test run. They wanted to see and when they realized how much money that they could make, the courts could make, and how much the states could make, they took something that was literally that was temporary, and it's basically made permanent. They never stopped doing it.
Right.
Because it literally, they call it the darling of the court.
Yeah.
All right, and once again, for anyone watching, it is a foreign treaty. It's not even American, and it is illegal for you. It is not lawful. It is not constitutionally lawful to place a U.S. national under a foreign treaty. Okay, no matter what you say. Oh, you just want to shut up. We're talking about law here,
right?
Not emotions. Okay, it is the law of the land. The United States Constitution supposedly is still the law of the land, and that particular thing and a whole bunch of other things are in violation of the law of the land.
That's right.
As simple as that, man. Okay, and that's how you know that you live in the most corrupt place, because they violate the law of the land all day, every day.
Every day.
Matter of fact, our currency is supposed to be silver and gold. It was never supposed to change. So the fact that they use another currency and now they want to go digital where they can track you and control you and monitor you.
That's right.
All right. They're still, so they're just going to violate the law even more so, and it's going to get even worse because this new currency that they're coming with is going to come with a social credit score. And so you can't do what we're doing. We can't speak like we're speaking right now, and not have your social credit score brought down so low that you can't do anything.
The episodes you had us watching, Black Mirror, Nose Dive.
Yes, exactly.
That's like 10 years old now, maybe.
And almost, and that's basically what you're seeing going on in China. You got people that are homeless that 5-6 years ago were just doing just fine, all because they didn't agree with something, and they said something on social media, or they shared something American. They did something that pissed off the powers that be, that lowered their credit score to where they can't even go into a store and shop.
Knock the Sonic rings out there.
They're forced to be homeless and live on the streets. Right. And the way they're setting it up, if you try to help them. So say I see somebody homeless and I just want to go over there and you know, they get say, what's your cash up, man? I want to send you $10 to get a meal. Send you $20 or whatever. All right? If I do that, it's gonna red flag me, deem me as an enemy, and put me. Now I'm right out here next to him. Damn, bro.
Now you trying to get the belt.
Exactly. So that's where we're headed, man.
I was gonna say, how is China able to do that? Because the yuan is a central bank digital currency. That's why China is able to do that. That's why they have so much control.
And then they're pushing the whole thing that is backed up by gold, which they did. They have all to control a lot of gold. All right, but they're not using it. They're using the gold as just a way to get the lead over America, and it worked. Because now that's why Europe is turning on you. America's only ally is also his worst friend, his worst ally.
He the nigga getting you into all the shit. I got a big ass friend.
Right.
He know jujitsu.
That was my little sister.
Come here.
That was my little sister back in the day.
That's what it's real on.
Running my brother. I got 10 niggas standing outside waiting for me. I ain't done nothing to nobody. Cause she done ran her mouth. Because my brother this, my brother that, and he do karate. So you know, right. And Jake want to test you.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
For sure.
Now, unfortunately for a lot of them, you know, because they always say how light-skinned dudes can fight. Let me tell you, man, that's a fucking lie. Don't you believe that shit?
It's a lie, man.
Excuse my French, but not really. Okay? A lot of dudes found it out the hard way.
That's right.
All right? They found out the hard way. Do not go down there. All right? They were like Red's father. Nope. All right?
I got a precept just going back into the Title 4D, the so-called child support, and even going on to the social credit score and all the ideologies of the so-called white man. All right, this is Isaiah 10 and verse 1. it says, woe unto them that decree unrighteous decrees and that write grievousness which they have prescribed.
So the Bible warns you that there will be men, there will be people who will write grievous, unrighteous decrees.
That's unrighteous
and
as hell,
sign
man.
them into law.
Yeah.
All right? And so people here, they're here, and it's hard not to use it as an example because it sounds like this noble, good thing. But when you understand the inner workings of it, that's when you begin to see how wicked, how cruel, unfair it is, and how unlawful it is. All right? And so they give it the name child support. So it makes it sound like, you know, it's a good thing. It's a noble. You should be supporting your children. Man, y'all don't you don't care about children.
They eating them fucking kids.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Your leaders are eating children and drinking their blood and all that. Epstein files, nigga.
Set them on fire.
Okay? You trafficking children. Don't
Right.
sit up and pretend like you care about them and you want to make sure that they're well provided for. You a damn lie. You keep a highway of children coming in from South America and from all over the world. That America is the place where most people are trafficking, man.
Me and the brother Wright was talking about this.
They traffic more children from America. So don't sit up and talk about no child support like Americans care about children. Stop.
It was a lady.
Stop, man.
No, go ahead. It was a lady, real quick. It was a lady, me and the brother Ryan was talking about it. It was a lady, the video, it was a lady talking about how she was in the Illuminati and they had cooked a fucking Mexican baby alive.
Oh, I saw that video.
Wicked, man.
Damn.
Y'all don't get no damn about no children,
No,
man.
and she talked to, she gave, it was very explicit.
Yeah,
I
that's
said
wicked,
it came,
man.
it was the child,
Wicked.
she said it was about less than 5 years old, she was tiny.
Wicked,
And they
man.
had her tied on the rope, you know, just like a pig, like a hog, or like a lamb. You know, they tie the legs up, and her hands and arms tied on the pole, and they have this roaring fire. And she said, and when they set her down over the fire, she died almost instantly. Fuck! Because she said that she broke down how it's true. When fire hits hair, it evaporates immediately. And how the fire was so hot that this first breath you take, you feel the pain, but the first breath you take, it burns your lungs on the inside, so you die instantly because it shuts off all the air that keeps your, the connection to your mind. And she said the thing that was sickening to her is the way the layers of skin melted and dripped and felt it just started to burn off of her. And then what's all that's left is a sinews and a muscle.
Man.
Yeah, she gave an eyewitness testimony in this.
Kid, man.
Okay?
Ain't none of the niggas in
And
jail.
now, with all the stuff that we've seen, we know that it's true now.
Yeah.
See, times past, you be like, oh man, that's not happening. They tried to clown Pizzagate and make fun of it.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
now the evidence is out, man. Your leaders here in America do some of the most horrendous and hateful things to people and to little children. So don't come at me with talking about
Child
the nobility of something called child support. You don't give a damn about no children. You spray poison in these skies all the time. And how these people are all sick with headaches and dry throats and all kind of wickedness happen.
You trying to cut off their ride.
As soon as the rain comes, man.
Yep.
Okay? I'm scared to get caught in the rain because every time the rain touches my skin, I got all kind of weird shit happening to me shortly thereafter. Man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then people are complaining about this all over the internet, man. So it's not like, so I'm actually glad to see other people complaining because it lets me know I'm not crazy.
The first person I heard say it. It's
All right.
real. It's real for sure.
This is the book of Daniel, chapter 8, verse 25.
That's right.
And
Beautiful.
through his policy, also he shall cause craft to prosper in his hand.
Yep.
And he shall magnify himself in his heart, and by peace shall destroy many.
Yeah.
So one of the main pipelines for child trafficking is Disney World, cruise ships, and child protective services, man. Those are the main pipelines for child trafficking, man. He probably got,
He a tip. That's why. He a tip.
But he cut though, man.
And he hold
loved
on real
Disney
quick,
World.
Salvo. He couldn't help because he's a tail. He a mic.
Yeah.
Then he was taking a picture and giggling, putting telling little jokes in his butt boy group chat.
Yeah.
He was a tail. We called him out.
That's cool, man. Hey, man, he get
He
HIV.
still got cut.
Oh, 100%. He got marked.
Right.
He got cut and he got marked. Now he's gonna get some more of it. Not you, Mark. You just a Mark. But
Right.
you got marked since you turned around. Mark.
Ecclesiastes 14:7. And if he doeth good, he doeth it unwillingly, and at the last he will declare his wickedness.
Child
Piece
support,
of shit.
child protective services, foster care,
Folly,
the
man.
horror stories that come behind what they do to children, man.
Oh yeah.
Hey, they just bumped like 12 employees in Disneyland for the trafficking, man. There's tunnels underneath Disney World and Disneyland, man. All type of unseemly shit goes on wherever children are the focus, man.
Yeah, you know, Walt Disney was a student of Alistair Coleman. You know, and the biggest thing that he did.
That makes sense. That makes a lot of sense.
He was, if you look it up, he was the top student of Alistair Coleman. And he always, Walt Disney, always, they went to sexual magic. That's why when you watch that Disney movie, they used to make us watch it in music class. Fantasia.
Wow, I did that.
I was a little kid, and I used to watch it, but little kids like they black as hell. They amazed. But then and they know we ain't him.
They thought you was a filter mate.
Yeah.
These niggas old.
They're real.
Yeah.
Mom, do bullets bounce off of them? Not yet.
Yeah, that's it. But you know, Walt Disney was a top student of Alistair Crowley, and he always dealt with sexual magic. That's why when you watch that Disney movie, they used to make us watch it in music class, man. Fantasia. Man, that movie wicked as hell, man. It's wicked, man.
There's all sorts of sexual subliminal imagery in it.
Lion King too.
They got that shit on.
All of these cartoons. And we watched how, I remember watching a video, how they would draw an ass, and then they would draw the cartoon character.
Yeah.
They'll draw a penis, and then draw the cartoon character. They'll draw a set of breasts, and then draw the cartoon character. So
Challenging.
So it's always in there. You're constantly seeing it, even though you're not paying attention, man. But that just goes to show you, man, that we're living in a wicked world controlled by very wicked people.
Yeah.
All right?
Yeah.
So go ahead, bro. We get ready to wrap.
Proverbs 29:2 says, when the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice, but when the wicked beareth rule, the people mourn.
Right? Kind. And the people are mourning because the wicked are in control, man. All right? It's as simple as that. The whole world is in mourning, just like the scripture says, because the wicked are in control.
Yeah.
The wicked are in control of the world. And that's why the world is mourning. All right? So with that, we're going to give all praises, all honor and glory unto
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Rekakodah,
Yasharallah,
Bible Ball.
Yeah, that nigga did me quick.
Back in the day.